So we are discussing about the different challenges, and we have seen the what is the issues with the like materials, क्या issue होता है at this scale, microstructure पे difference हम लोग को देखना पड़ता है. Like we have seen the tooling and setups are totally different as compared to the conventional micro, or as compared to the manufacturing process normal in at a macro level. And what is the effect of the process selection, handling of the parts? If not required, we should avoid the handling. So we have discussed the process. Now we are starting with the process mechanism. Now we are starting with the process mechanism. Basically, what is the process mechanism? As we see that different types of manufacturing conventional methods, and that we have and we gain the different types of knowledge because of the time, or because of the from very long time we are using the conventional manufacturing methods. So because that we have the depth or reasonable knowledge of that process, that how the process is going to affect the particular manufacturing process is going to affect that quality of the product. But in this scale, that micro manufacturing, the material behavior is quite different from the at the macro level. So we have to do what? We have to see the microstructure of the material and the crystal structure of the material to understand the process mechanism. To understand the process mechanism, like we can say that one of the best method is the to observe this is the molecular mechanics, to understand the cutting mechanics. So likewise, we are seeing the cutting mechanism. You have read in the simple macro level manufacturing. We are seeing the cutting mechanism. Have you learned about the cutting tool cutting like this?
We have done in milling. Cutting tool is being used, so that I know.
No. Just I'm asking that. Have you about the cutting or tool rake angle, this types of thing, tools specification?
No,
Okay. Okay, but whatever there is the different, and from at this point, at this level, the difference is that we have to analyze the things at the micro level, means like molecular level, to understand the mechanism of cutting mechanics. So most of the things like we use molecular mechanics. Here the term is molecular mechanics to understand. Likewise, there is a heat transfer, solidification, plasticity, and the strain rate, melting and vaporization. To understand these things, we have to go to the micro level and the nano scale to understand the details of what is happening at that level. So it's a totally different approach as compared to the conventional macro like that can compared to the conventional manufacturing systems. Sorry. So the here the microstructure of the material is totally different, or like and so this is about the process manufacturing process. So we can say that this is about the process mechanism. So the next is this is the one of the challenges. Like you have understood the challenges. Like this is the difference between the conventional and the micro level manufacturing system. This is the one of the challenges. The next is the tooling. What is the tooling we required for everything? Or we can say that the in conventional manufacturing also we required some tools for the purpose of manufacturing, and this varies with the, or you can say the tooling types and the specification varies with the with the skills and the processes what we are dealing. So the cost of the tooling is very significant in this area, particularly as compared to the micro level. In macro level, there is the cost of the tooling is not much high, but in this case, at the micro level, the tooling is cost is very high. To understand or to minimize this cost, we have to minimize the tooling also. So tooling is nothing, just that to every process or every manufacturing requires that some small types of tooling, but and at the level of micro level, like micro molds and molding approach, we need like for example, we have seen the deburring. So deburring is one of the tooling methods. So deburring is at a macro level is very much easy. Just we file the things and get the deburs out. But in the case of the micro level, deburring is not as much as easy. We require particular process to deburr the things. So we need to take care of that. So this is the tooling is the other challenges as compared to the conventional manufacturing. So the next is handling. Handling is also a big challenge, like whenever it is required, like it is a what we have to choose as the other two. So handling of a product, like when we making or when we producing something, so to minimize the error, or we can say that to minimize the cost also, because the handling of a macro level products, we are introducing reduction of moving parts and using simple flexural such to contribute the minimum handling. So our aim is to minimize the tooling and the minimize to avoid these challenges. So next, through the direct machine. Yes. Hello.
सर आपका चार्ज पढ़ाने से आपका वॉइस बीच में गायब हो जा रहा है.
अच्छा. Yes sir. Okay, but तो नहीं चाहिए, as I have a good network.
बीच में क्या है वो सडनली फिर वो स्पीड में आ जाता है, आप जो बोले होते तो स्पीड में आता है.
अच्छा, मे भी नेटवर्क इशू हो गया होगा थोड़ा. ओके, थोड़ा सा धीरे धीरे करते हैं तो शायद धीरे धीरे सही लगेगा. तो like we have discussed about the tooling and handling. ठीक है, तो टूलिंग और हैंडलिंग जितना कम से कम मिनिमाइज करेंगे तो ये चैलेंजेस जो फेस होता है, नॉर्मली वी आर नॉट एबल टू फेस दिस चैलेंजेस. सो वी हैव डिस्कस्ड लाइक डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ चैलेंजेस फॉर द माइक्रो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग. फर्स्ट वन इज प्रोसेस मैकेनिज्म. दिस डील्स विद द different types like cutting mechanics. We are able to see the cutting mechanics we have to see, or we can say that we have to use molecular mechanics to analyze the cutting mechanics, isn't it? In this challenge, or we have to analyze heat transfer, solidification at molecular level, plasticity. So this is a totally different approach as compared to the conventional, or we can say that as compared to the macro level. So next is the tooling and handling we have discussed. So in order to minimize the cost, or in order to minimize the challenges because of the tooling and handling, we have to minimize the usage of the less tools or less handling process. So for this this is the another challenge. And next is the micro machining. Like we can say that direct machining through molding or different types of machining is required for the molding parts also at the level of micro. Through the, like we can say that the conventionally obtained machining is not always possible. So the challenge in this approach is that if you're applying the machining, so there which covers the thermal stability, like there are challenges, different types of approach in this micro machining which covers the thermal stability of the spindle of the machine tool. If you are using the machine tool and that have a spindle, then there may be a challenge of the thermal stability. Our other challenge is what? Submicron feedbacks and control systems. We have to control these things also. Submicron feedback, what is the submicron feedback and what is the submicron control system? And we have to work and the tool handling system. This is the challenge in the work and tool handlings. Then we have to control the machine dynamics and vibration controls. So as in the conventional machining, here is also we have to address like the tool wear. The tool wear is also in the conventional machining, but in here also we have to challenge this, the tool wear, tool geometry, tool changes, vibration in mechanical machining, and the surface finish. These are the challenges in the micro machining things. So we have to take care of this interest. We can say when we are saying that the tool wear, but like here the tool wear affects the product differently, not like the conventional manufacturing systems. So we are just understanding the different type of challenges. What is the different type in a short note? We are going to deal with why this is happening. Just because our syllabus is to just understand the different type of challenges. If you want to understand or if you want to in the syllabus. So next is the toolless machining. To avoid the difficulties in mechanical tooling, toolless machining like laser or energy beam is used widely in micro and nano scale manufacturing. So this gives a better consistency. Toolless machining depends, or we can say that it considerably depends on beam source and parameters. So the laser and ion beam machining approach are widely used in the micro and nano level machining for this purpose. So the challenge is here that the challenge is here selecting the right tools, toolless machining, and controlling the source as well as process parameter to achieve the goal. What is the achieve the goal? To achieve the precision. So next is the micro molding. There are many issues connected with the micro molding. First one is the selection of appropriate molding machines. Which machines we will choose for the micro molding purpose. Design of the molds with the runners and the cylinder core pins and the ejection of the parts and the handling methods. These are the challenges with the micro molding. But there are some other challenges like what can say that this is all about the important in the case that materials here, the material we are using at the micro molding is very much costly. The mold material, we can say that the very much costly. So we have to think about that. If there is a wasting of the material in the running is an also important aspect to address. If the cost is very much high of the mold material, and we have to take care also about the shrinkage at the micro scale, and this is different entirely, we can say that entirely different from the next is microforming. We can say that there are many parts that are made through microforming. That includes larger scale production of or can say that the larger scale production of microformed parts from the micro wires or thin sheets. This is the microforming. The approach is different. This includes that laser forming, incremental forming, and the laser assisted micro machining. So the major challenges in the forming operation at the micro scale is the tribological understanding of the process mechanism. Here the tribological, that includes the what is the effect on the wear and friction, that have to be understood at the process mechanism at the molecular level to understand the challenges in the microforming. In addition to this, there are like adhesion force, surface tension, material grain size plays an important role in microforming. And the next challenge is what? Surface patterning. So we can say that like dimension of the part, as the dimension of part decreases, so surface or surface features plays an important role in their functions. So we have to take care about this, like what is the surface feature, what features we want, or what finishing we want. So this is more critical in biomedical applications. Surface features means we like in biomedical applications we have to interact with cells at the level of the cells. So the interaction with cell depends on the surface feature provided on that part. If you are creating some MEMS object or some controls or some sensors, and that we are using for that in a biomedical application, and that are dealing with the cell of a human, so the surface features plays a very important role at that place. So we have to take care about the surface features. Basically, what is surface patterning? That is surface the providing the proper feature on the surface. Providing proper feature on the surface is termed as surface patterning. Understanding and developing the process suitable for producing the required surface pattern is a major challenge in this area. So the next thing is the micro and nano metrology, isn't it? So what is this? The metrology is a key element. So from that we are able to classify either this will go to the micro level or this will go to the nano level. If you are not able to measure the things, then we are not able to classify the object or groups. So measuring the dimension at this scale means micro and nano scale is not easy as compared to the macro scale. So this is one of the challenges. And to maintaining the measuring reliability is also another challenge, because reliability, there are different types of instruments available for a particular scale. Like we have to measure something at micro level, so there is not only one scale or one instrument, there are different types of instrument. So to maintain, or we can say that to understand the reliability of the different instruments with working on different principle is a very big challenge. And the next is to monitor the uncertainty of measurement. Like we can say that if we are challenges to monitor the uncertainty at this scale means the other challenge is what? Calibration of these instruments. For example, if your complex 3D shapes need to be micro coordinate measuring, sometimes needed micro coordinate measuring machines for measurements. So the coordination, or we can say that the calibration is not much easy as compared to the macro level. So sometimes we need to measure the complex 3D shapes, the dimensions of complex 3D shapes, and that is measured by the use of micro coordinate measuring machines. And the probing, here we need probing systems, so that is not easy to implement directly into the 3D shapes. So these types of challenges we have with the micro and nano level. So these all challenges we have discussed with the micro and nano level. So like starting from the process mechanism, tooling, handling, micro machining, toolless machining, micro molding, and the micro forming. These are the challenges, the surface patterning and the micro nano metrology. So this is about the challenges we have completed. The next thing is we are learning about. We will learn about the micro grinding process. What is micro grinding? We will see this. So basically, what do you understand by the grinding? First thing, this I want to know from you. What is grinding? Have you seen a grinding process? कभी देखा आप लोगों ने ग्राइंडिंग होते हुए कहीं पे?
Yes sir.
कुछ स्पेसिफाई करोगे, कुछ पॉइंट ऐड करोगे? व्हाट इज ग्राइंडिंग, क्या होता है? कुछ भी, मतलब व्हाटएवर यू नो, ये देखा तो उसको देखने के बाद समझ में आता हो, बताओ। ग्राइंडिंग टूल कैसा होता है, कुछ भी स्पेसिफिकेशन बताओ।
सर ग्राइंडिंग सरफेसेस होता
सर
है,
एक स्टोन होता है, उस स्टोन से
होता है,
रिमूव करते हैं लेयर बाय।
ठीक है, और कुछ मतलब दिस इज, वी कैन से दैट कि लेयर बाय लेयर रिमूव कर रहे हैं, तो वी कैन से दैट ग्राइंडिंग इज व्हाट, अ मटेरियल रिमूवल प्रोसेस, सब बोल सकते हैं, है ना?
यस सर।
तो हम लोग यहाँ पे मटेरियल ऐड नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो बेसिकली आपको इतना क्लियर है कि ये किस टाइप का प्रोसेस है, मटेरियल रिमूवल प्रोसेस है, ठीक है? तो बट व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ग्राइंडिंग प्रोसेस एंड अदर removal process is that here that in the grinding this is not a single, or we can say that the 2 or 3 cutting point tools like this, ठीक है? यहाँ पे मल्टीपल कटिंग,
स्मूथ फिनिश देगा माइक्रोन्स के हिसाब से सर, और कोई मतलब टूल्स इतना अच्छा एक्यूरेसी नहीं देगा माइक्रोन्स के हिसाब से। 0.02 0.05 जितना भी उसका एक्यूरेसी हिसाब से।
हाँ, but when we need the finishing, that we need at that, then we will go to that scale ना। जब हम लोग को ऐसा फिनिशिंग चाहिए होगा तब हम लोग जाएंगे उस स्केल पे,
जितना रिक्वायरमेंट होगा उस हिसाब से।
हाँ,
ग्राइंडिंग से होगा।
सो कहने का मतलब है कि वहाँ पे कोई 1 पॉइंट और सिंगल पॉइंट कटिंग टूल नहीं है, वो मल्टीपल पॉइंट्स है, जहाँ पे
मल्टीपल पॉइंट है, सिंगल पॉइंट तो होगा ही नहीं सर।
हाँ, तो दैट इज द थिंग।
उसका हर सरफेस में वो ग्रेन्स होता है, उसमें से
दिस इज द, सो विल डिस्कस दिस इज, यू नो अबाउट द ग्राइंडिंग। सो वी कैन से दैट
सर उसका मटेरियल,
बहुत सारे मटेरियल होते हैं, नॉट फिक्स मटेरियल, डायमंड भी होते हैं, डिपेंड्स ऑन द एप्लीकेशन एंड डिपेंड्स ऑन, हाँ, तो बहुत सारे होते हैं मटेरियल्स। तो ठीक है, दिस वी हैव a well defined geometry in the conventional machining, and we can say that a very large number of randomly distributed very hard and stable abrasives. Stables कहने का मतलब है कि केमिकली रिएक्ट ना करें, ठीक है, ऐसा होना चाहिए। तो हार्ड होना चाहिए और स्टेबल एब्रेसिव होना चाहिए, बट दे आर रैंडमली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड ओवर अ व्हील। मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम यू हैव सीन दैट इट इज टाइप ऑफ अ व्हील। आप लोग देखे हो ग्राइंडिंग व्हील्स होता है, उसको जब कभी अपने वर्कशॉप में जाना तो आप देखोगे कभी भी ग्राइंडिंग कोई करता रहेगा, एक व्हील रोटेट करता रहेगा, वहाँ पे उन लोग फाइलिंग टाइप्स ऑब्जेक्ट करते रहते, ग्राइंडिंग करते रहते मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स। स्पार्क्स जैसा ऑब्जर्वेशन होता रहेगा, दिखेगा आपको क्या स्पार्क हो रहा है, मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस में आप देखोगे ऐसा। सो दिस इज like we can say the randomly distributed very hard and stable abrasive particles on a wheel, and that the size of the wheel varying बहुत सारे वेरी साइज करते हैं, शेप करते हैं, वो डिफरेंट साइज शेप एंड साइज में आते हैं, ठीक है? so that shape and size of the particles on the wheel also vary, and we as per the requirement we select different types of the abrasive particles. We can say that this is the abrasive particle on the wheel. So now we come to the grinding, micro grinding. So basically micro grinding is a process, or we can say the micro grinding is a final processing step. Why we are saying the final processing step, we'll see it similar to the conventional grinding. It provides the competitive edge over the processes in manufacturing micro scale products. such as micro sensor and the micro actuator and the micro machine parts. So, 1 second. So basically, there is no particular definition about the micro grinding. Just at the, it is just as the grinding that we have discussed. Grinding is a material removal process. So, but the thing is that we are dealing with the micro level. So that is the micro grinding. So the micro grinding process resembles same as the conventional grinding process. We can say that. So but the distinctive only because of the size of the phenomenon, as we have discussed, because of we are dealing with the micro things. Anyone want to say something?
Sir, I just had a small doubt. Grinding is only used for obtaining smooth surfaces, no other purpose, right?
No, it's not the only. Sometimes it's a material removal purpose, but most of the time it is used as a surface finishing. Most of the time, but we can't say that it is not have another purpose.
Sir, it is has another purpose. अरे जो छुरी को तुम ये करते हो ना दाढ़ बनाने,
that is also for the surface finishing ना.
Sir, sanding is a form of
sharpness ये करने के लिए. हाँ, sharpness ये करने के लिए grinding यूज होता है, बहुत चीज में होता है grinding.
Another one, कोई और कुछ ऐड करना चाह रहा है?
Sir, sanding is basically a form of grinding, sir.
Sanding?
Yes, sir.
Sanding process तो शायद मतलब देखना पड़ेगा मुझे.
When we use sandpaper on the grinder kind of thing.
हाँ, sandpaper, हाँ, देखो वहाँ पे भी abrasive particle on the paper, ठीक है? और here we have also the abrasive particle on the wheel.
सैंडपेपर बहुत टाइप का आता है, रफ एक आता है, स्मूथ आता है. रफ में ज्यादा मटेरियल निकालेगा, स्मूथ में फिनिशिंग हिसाब.
ठीक है, इट्स ओवर है ना. So the micro grinding process resembles same as the conventional grinding process, but what is the difference? The difference is we are dealing with the difference is only that we are dealing with here is the micro level. So the mechanical and thermal interaction between the single grit and the workpiece is related we can say that we have to observe in the micro machining as we have related that the process mechanism हम लोग देखे तो वहाँ पे process mechanism, तो वहाँ likewise we have to observe the things for the mechanical and thermal interaction of the single grit. So we can say that the quality of the product produced by this process is mostly, or we can say was highly influenced by the process conditions, properties of the micro grinding wheels and the microstructure of the work material also. How is not with the wheel also, कैसा मटेरियल है जो वर्क मटेरियल उसका माइक्रोस्ट्रक्चर क्या है, तो उससे भी बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्ट पड़ता है, इन्फ्लुएंस होता है प्रॉपर्टी मतलब प्रोडक्ट क्वालिटीज पे. So next is what, or we can say that the efficient and reliable micro grinding tools with diameter around we can say that below 13 micrometer are manufactured using electroplated diamond grit or carbide micro sinks. These are the types of grinding tools we can able to form of the size 13 micrometer. Or sometimes they are ultra precision grinding. We can say that able to ultra precision grinding for the purpose of and able to produce high optical quality microstructured surface. Optical qualities means I meant to say optical qualities is a very high quality for the microstructure surfaces. This can also be used for forming of precision dies. So when we discuss about the micro grinding machine tools, so as we discussed, the machine tools are required in every machining process. So the micro grinding machine tools, there is a requirement for to what we are require this to improve the accuracy. So like to improve the high quality ultra precision grinding operation, the following requirement of the ultra precision machine tools like precise, smooth and backlash free motions. This is the requirement of the machine tools. Low level of synchronism and asynchronous spindle error, high static and dynamic loop stiffness. These are the about the micro grinding machine tools, not about the micro grinding wheels. So this is required for the micro grinding purpose. The machine tools we required that must have precision and a smooth and backlash free, low level of synchronous and asynchronous spindle errors, high static and dynamic loop stiffness, long thermal dimensional control. So when we come to the micro grinding tools, this is about the micro grinding machine tools. This is about the micro grinding tools. What about the, we will discuss about the micro grinding tools. Now that includes, first one is the abrasive type. What should be the abrasive type in the micro grinding tool? What should be the bonding of that abrasive tools, and what should be the how और किन से अंदर की कैसा होना चाहिए ज्योमेट्री ऑफ द ग्राइंडिंग व्हील्स यूज इन द माइक्रो ग्राइंडिंग ऑपरेशन, ग्राइंडिंग फ्लूइड्स क्या होना चाहिए, किस पे डिपेंड करेगा. तो दिस इज अबाउट द माइक्रो ग्राइंडिंग टूल्स. ठीक है. तो अ माइक्रो ग्राइंडिंग टूल्स कंसिस्ट ऑफ एब्रेसिव, और एब्रेसिव को बॉन्ड करने के लिए वी आर नीड सम बॉन्डिंग एडेसिव्स लाइक फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ दिस, and then we need a grinding wheels for the purpose of micro grinding operation, and we need a grinding fluid. So first we can say that this is the very commonly used diamond and cubic boron nitride are the most commonly wide used abrasive in the micro grinding operation. There are another options are also available, but most of the thing we can say that this is the most widely used, and both have high wear resistance, high conductivity and high hardness. We can say that the with low coefficient of friction. Sometimes the diamond will react, and the diamond abrasive because of the high chemical reactivity. So we have to take care like where we have to use the diamond and where we use to the cubic boron nitride. After the reaction, it may convert it into, sometimes diamond reacts chemically and it converted to the graphite form. So most of the common like diamond abrasive are used for grinding of brittle we can say that the non-ferrous material, because it will react with the metallic materials and becomes a graphite form, and so it will, most of the cases it is used with the non-ferrous materials such like silicon, glass and ceramics. Sometimes we can just coat the diamond grains with suitable material that prevent the chemical reaction. We can say that prevent the oxidation. This is the method to improve the life of the grinding or abrasives tools. The other method also, like this is one of the method is the coating. So the ordinary wheels also get coated. To like here we are using the not normal wheels, we are using the diamond and CBN. But if you are using some ordinary materials and we will coat with some method like chemical vapor deposition, then we are also able to improve the properties with the